Hey, Keegan, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just want to talk a little bit about what you've been doing to stay in shape this year.
Mhm.
Keegan is a long snapper. He played at Oregon State. What was your number at Oregon State, Keegan?
It was number 37.
Okay. Did you have a different number prior to your senior year?
Yeah, I was number 40 for one season. I think it was my redshirt sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was
And
37.
did you ever play
After
any
that.
other positions besides long snapper?
Yeah, my freshman year I was a linebacker, and then
Okay.
after that I moved on to long snapper full time.
Okay. So, what is your size and weight?
Yeah, right now I'm 6'4", 235 pounds.
Okay. And do you feel like if you needed to be 250, you could be pretty easily?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All
gotta
right.
eat a
So,
lot more.
okay. Since your pro day last year, what have you been doing to stay in shape, stay motivated?
Yeah.
Tell me just a little bit about what your workout routine's been like during COVID and
Mhm.
just to, stay prepared for long snapping.
Yeah. So when COVID hit and everything, a lot of the gyms closed. So I didn't really have access to much, but I was pretty thankful that my dad, in our garage, we have a weight room. So me and him have been training together about 5 days a week. And on top of that, I actually took a job about 5 months ago doing surveying work, which was mainly out in the woods. So a lot of that was a lot of hard physical labor. So that had been keeping me in shape, mentally strong throughout all of that. And so on top of that, on the weekends is when I would mainly snap. So Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes Friday. So 2 to 3 times a week on top of working out was my main routine up until, still to this day since my pro day.
Okay, yeah. And Ryan did have a pro day at Oregon State last year. In fact, you were
Mhm.
one of the last pro days before COVID hit. So
Yeah.
he does have film. And I know you're really athletic. And I
Mhm.
know you ran I believe you ran the 40, didn't you?
Yeah.
And how'd
I
you do
did.
in that?
I never was told the time officially what they got from everybody else, but from what I'd heard, it was around 4.7, 4.8. I think it was around that,
Okay.
hand
Okay.
timed. So I wasn't told officially, but it was around that.
Okay. And
Mhm.
then did you bench press too?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. So now after your pro day, you work out with your dad. And then did you go to any camps?
Yeah, I went to, so since the pro day, I had gone to two different Zonner camps, the most recent one being a couple months ago with Gary Zonners. It was his free agent specialist combine.
Okay. And how did you do in that?
I think I did pretty good. Based on my points, I scored pretty high in terms of perfect laces on field goals and balls and strikes at 15 yards for long snaps. So I think overall I had a pretty good performance.
Okay. And I know one of your big strengths is you've got great coverage skills.
Mhm.
And blocking is a big issue because it's different than,
Yeah,
like you've been using the rugby punt or the spread punt at
yeah,
Oregon State. Um, Tell me how you were able to perfect that skill.
yeah. So it was a little bit of a different transition because my whole life I've been snapping and then immediately running down, and trying to make a tackle. So I've been practicing snapping and backing up instead. But honestly, because I was so I thought I excelled pretty well at snapping, getting off the ball, going forward. It wasn't very difficult for me to learn to snap and get off the ball going back. Uh, and so, I just practiced that, repped it a lot. And I find myself being extremely comfortable doing that. And I think it showed at Zonner's camp. I'm very quick getting my head and eyes up and my hands up ready to block. So yeah, I think overall it was a good transition.
Okay. And I know another one of your big strengths is how fast you snap. Do you know what your operation or snap times are on punt and then also on field goal?
Yeah, on punt, I guess it depends on who's timing it. You can look at a video and time it or hand time, but I think I'm around my average snap time for 14 yards is around 0.72 and lower. And then for a field goal, in terms of operation, when I was at Oregon State, our operation was probably around, I think, 1.25, 1.3. I do snap pretty fast on short snaps for field goals, but we don't really time that usually. So we don't really know the difference in time between my snap and the holder. But yeah, overall, it was a smooth operation.
Okay. So, is there anything else you want to share with an NFL team about what you've been doing for the last year? Because right now, anybody could sign you.
Hmm.
You're a free agent. They don't have to wait until the draft. And
Yeah.
why do you think a team should sign you?
I just think I have a unique with my athletic ability. I have an X factor in terms of my ability to not only cover but also to block efficiently. I think my speed coupled with my experience even at linebacker really helps. It makes me more than just a snapper. It makes me also a coverage threat, something that teams have to respect when they're looking at me. On film, a lot of the time snappers are viewed as guys that aren't really a threat on coverage after they snap the ball. They're just kind of a free man and they never expect them to make the play. But in my mind, I'm one of the guys that can definitely, snap the ball, block, and run down the field and make a play. So I think definitely that's something that I have.
Okay. And then I know you would categorize yourself as a gym rat. I think your dad is your dad's coach, is a coach or?
Yeah, my dad's a high school football coach. He's been one for 20 years, roughly. But on top of that, he was a bodybuilder, so a natural bodybuilder. So he knows
Oh,
he knows
okay.
he knows how to do all that. I kind of got that mentality from him. So yeah, he's been putting me through the whole routine and everything. So yeah, I would consider myself a gym rat, me and him. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's good. Okay. So how does a team get a hold of you? What's your phone number? And
Mhm.
also, what was your number at Zonner's camp?
Yeah, it's honored. My camp number was number 71,
Okay. But your
uh,
number in college was
37.
37. Okay. So how does
Mhm.
a team get a hold of you? What's your phone number and what's your email?
Yeah, my phone number is 541-207-5839. And my email is Keegan, Keegan .Firth @yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. So if anybody wants to sign Keegan now, he is available. You don't have to wait until the draft, or you can call me, Jill, at 559-250-0151. I've been representing Keegan since he got out of college. And another person to call is your special teams coach, Jake Kukas. I've known Jake for a long time, and Jake's the person who actually referred me to Keegan, or referred Keegan to me, whatever. And so Jake's always a really good person for you to call at Oregon State. So you can give me a call, Jill Baxter, at 559-250-0151, or email me at jillbaxter@me.com, or call Keegan if you have any questions.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to add, Keegan?
No, just happy to talk to you and just see what happens. So glad to be
Okay,
here.
great.
Mhm.
Okay.